and welcome to episode 2 of my car hauls. If it'll look really familiar, it's because it's literally just a few seconds later. Before I opened up what I bought from Temu, which I was relatively impressed with. So now I'm going to compare it with Hobbii or Hobbii, however you say the name. Now already I can tell you a couple of things that I prefer about Hobbii over Temu. I can win big. I can win medium. I could win 25 skeins of Friends cotton, which I would not sneeze a nose at by doing this unboxing. And I'm doing this unboxing anyway. It really is just a case of I bought a lot of yarn. I have bought a lot of yarn. It's a lot of yarn. It's a lot of honey bunny. Because I was looking at what everybody's crocheting and I was getting jealous. A little bit of FOMO. So I'll go through what I've got. And yeah, so this is the Hobbii's Honey Bunny. This is recommended for a knitting needle size of 6mm or 7mm crochet hook. So that's quite big, but that's actually really soft. That's really nice. It's not as thick as the one from Temu, but the one from Temu, who knows what size, because it didn't tell me. I've got to figure that one out. Can't remember how much this cost, but it was on special. I bought this one and this one and this one and this one, and I got a pattern from them too for a beagle puppy, and I have a beagle. Might put his picture up there. So I'm going to make another beagle because everybody needs more than one beagle. Yeah, we'll go with that. Really nice yarn, but I did not just stop at that. I'm very glad that Hobbii double bag everything because I can't get everything back into the bag after I start unboxing it. So we'll shove that in there. I did also get it in gold, blue, orange, not even sure why, green, more green, I think because I was thinking turtles. You know when you go down the YouTube rabbit hole and next thing you know you want to make crochet turtles because everybody's crocheting turtles? Yeah, that's the rabbit hole I was down. This colour, a blue, yellow, bees probably. Oh no, my overflow bag is getting full. More blue, more yellow, and more blue. I don't yet know how much I can knit from each ball. Knit, crochet. I'm a crocheter now. I crochet. Yeah, so mostly that was Honey Bunny yarn. I then also got a couple of other things because I was placing my order for a reason, and I'm hoping that some of these bubble wrapped things are the reason. We'll get to it. Please enjoy the ASMR sounds of me opening up bubble wrap. I'm just gonna toss that over the back. I do have a rubbish bin back there. I just made one before. So these are Prim Ergonomic needles. Over here in New Zealand, they're really expensive. Like, to buy one set of the circulars is about $45, and they're still coming from overseas, so I don't really understand. So I jumped on the Hobbii website where I got my first set, and they're sitting around about $15 for the set, so it seemed like a no-brainer. I haven't tried their ergonomic straight needles, but I do suffer from a lot of hand pain from an autoimmune condition, so I did want to give this a go. These I was pleased to try. These are the 4mm because I do a lot of knitting on 4mm because somehow we all do. And I mean, I'm very impressed that these are bubble wrapped individually because it's come a long way. Like, this has literally come halfway around the world. And do I need to purchase yarn from halfway around the world? I do not. I have enough yarn. Right, so here I've got 2 sets of 3mm needles. Now, as far as I'm concerned, this is $45, this is $45. These are $90 worth of needles in New Zealand money for $30, justifying my haul. Which does tell me what I think the last one is going to be. Ergonomic crochet hooks. Because I crochet now, I'm a crocheter. I've got a 7mm, the 4.5mm, mostly because it's orange, the 4mm because that's the size I seem to use a lot, and the 6mm because every pattern I keep picking up keeps saying 6mm is where it's at. So I have those. Now, what I was thinking, oh, this is the size I thought I ordered. Perfect. Because I've been doing the Stephen Knits contrast blast socks on 3mm needles. Bad idea, because I absolutely got the wrong size completely. Not of the needles, because it's the size I like socks on is a 3mm needles, but the wrong size that I got was I didn't size down the pattern enough. So I'm making a sock that's going to be huge, and that's fine. I will either just put on weight in my feet and get fat feet and deal with it that way, or I will shrink my socks in the dryer, or I will just wear them baggy around the house because I really like the yarn. I ordered these before. No, I'll have to look at the date. I wanted to finish my socks on these. I thought these would arrive before I had gotten started on the second sock, but I didn't. They arrived after, because it was Thursday last week, so just about a week ago, that pattern, the fourth part of the pattern arrived. And I'm nowhere near. I didn't do any knitting on it over the weekend because I was working on something else, because somebody requested a pattern. I was like, oh yes, no, that sounds intriguing, and I forgot all about doing the socks. So I would have finished the socks, both of them, by the time these arrived. But these have arrived. I will finish my socks on them, but I was hoping they were going to arrive. But either way, I now have 4 circular needles and 3mm from Prim, and that means I will be able to have 2 socks on the go at once, because I prefer doing my socks in the round on 2 circular needles. I don't know how many people do that, because I just thought that was the way everybody was doing it. It turns out it's not, because a lot of people will look at my socks and go, oh, how do you do that on such long needles? And then they're not long needles, because they're sort of 40 centimeter cables. I have got shorter centimeter cables, and I don't like it. I like about the 40 centimeters. Yeah. And most people, and they're the longer needles as opposed to the short needles. The short Jigu needles, they hurt my hands. So Prim needles is where it's at for me. And the good news is, that's all I bought from Hobbii, whoever they are. Throw that over there. Actually, it works doing this in the car, because then I could technically just drop all this to recycling. I won't, but I technically could. It's really wet and horrible out there. Then the last thing I got from Hobbii, and I know what you're thinking, you just said you didn't buy anything else. And I'm like, I didn't buy it. I cashed in my points, and I got 3 of these. So these are Creme Soul Wool Morning Salutation, and it's vegan according to its label. They're designed to be knitted on 3 to 4mm needles, and it's made of things in Danish or Bulgarian, maybe made in Bulgaria. Yeah, so I will have to have a look at what that is, but I bought this for a couple of reasons. 1, did used to be vegan. 2, pretty colour. 3, I didn't buy it. These were from my points. So I got 3 balls with my stored up points from Hobbii / whatever. What am I going to do with them? I'm thinking pink singlet, because I've got a skirt that I really like that's like a green with pink strawberries. This is the same colour pink as the pink of the top, so if I make like a singlety top with this, I will be sorted for every summer wedding I ever get invited to. It should be mentioned that I have not been to a wedding in years. And yet somehow I feel like I need a top for one. Anyway, I've got a skirt. I have worn it to family functions and that sort of thing. So I do wear the skirt, but I've had to wear it with like a black t-shirt because I haven't had a top to go with it because my wardrobe is orange. So I've bought this, and that's my intention for that. And if I have an intention for the yarn, then I've justified the yarn. And I do have one more box, but do I film that this afternoon as well? Because my last box was a discount bundle of the Hobbii advent calendar. So for now, happy knitting. I hope you enjoyed my car yarn haul, and I shall see you all next week. Bye.